honeys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Sandisiwe. Guess what? This weekend I packed my bags and escaped to the snowy highlands of Lesotho. Yes girl, you heard me right, to Lesotho. As you can see, I was trying to pack everything and anything I could remember, and this is because it was a last minute trip, wasn't planned at all. I just got a notification 3 hours before the trip and my friend was like, girl, get ready. And why not? I did not hesitate. I went straight to packing my bags. And guess what? Yes, it snowed in Lesotho, and no, I'm still not over it. This is us getting coffee because we left pretty late, but that was a fun travel. So let's get into it. At the border post, and we'll be heading off to the city now. Then I'll update you guys when we get there. So I'm calling this a snowcation. Soft moments, slow days, and frozen breath, kind of beautiful. If you're watching this from somewhere far or somewhere warm, get cozy because this one is a visual hug. And did you see those goats? And of course, what's a road trip without potholes and screaming at random goats in the middle of the road? That was our story. And let me tell you about the drive up the mountains. It was everything. I mean, the curves, the fog, and that quiet shift when your playlist starts sounding like a soundtrack. Just somewhere past the border, the scenery just drastically changed. The air thinned, the roads narrowed, and the views you can see for yourself. This was so beautiful. And when I tell you, the scenery didn't just change because of the mountain views, but as the air thinned, the roads narrowed, and snow just appeared. This was magical. Well, the snow on the road felt surreal, like someone had painted the world in white. Just overnight. What was once just a regular mountain pass suddenly looked like a scene from a movie. The roads were quiet, covered in big untouched snow, and as you can see, a lot of cars were passing through, but the snow kept on falling down, and every turn felt like a new postcard, if I may say. It was beautiful, you guys, but also a little intimidating as tires were crunching slowly over the ice in some areas, windows fogging, and it was getting difficult for us to see through them. But some areas were very clear, and we were cautious as we drove through all those different areas, and it made the journey feel sacred, like we were being invited to something rare. Every minute deeper into Lesotho felt like a deeper breath into peace. And then snow, like proper cinematic falling from the sky snow. I literally just stood there quiet, grateful, a bit dramatic as you can see, but the best way. We played, we posed, we froze our fingers of trying to take the perfect picture and video, but no regrets. Because it was freezing, we went to layer more, and that was me layered a bit with a beanie, some gloves, and wore my boots, and also layered with another jersey because I did not want to catch the cold. And ignore that blue knee cap. My knee wasn't feeling the ride and it decided to act on me, but I was like, I'm going either way. That was me playing on the snow. We played a little bit, and trust me, girl, it was fun. This was fun.
Never really know what's going on. Look at me sometimes like all you want to do is run. Hear me out, hear me out. It's all the things you never show. There are the things I want to know. Secrets start in your heart.
then left for our accommodation before sunset. But first, let's talk about the golden hour in Lesotho. Everything looks filtered, quiet, and soft. I kept thinking, wow, I need to do this more often. Like now, the snow, the stillness, softness isn't just about the aesthetics, it's about breathing slowly, slowing down, letting the world fall away for a moment. This trip gave me that. Look at that sundown, the clouds getting orange, yellowish. Like we're chasing the sunsets. This was us on our way to our cottage, by the way. Okay, but listen, besides all the fun dancing under the snow, snow is fun until your toes are crying and your gloves are useless. Like I was freezing cold, couldn't wait to go freshen up and just stay in bed. And this is how our first accommodation looked like. We went there and freshened up. There was a warmer at least. Finally, I got to shower and I felt a little bit better. My toes melted and my fingers felt better. The next morning, we left for breakfast. And there's nothing much I can say, but we got our stomach full, and this was me headed for breakfast from our first accommodation. And yeah, there's something so soft about doing nothing with intention. Let's talk about the food. Warm bowls, like I ate like nobody's business. Everything tastes better when you're cold and happy, I guess. Honestly, half the trip I was just rotating between eating, drinking warm drinks cause it was cold, napping on the drives, and taking photos like I was an influencer on a paid trip. Trust me, I took so many pictures on this trip, and the food as well. I was eating non-stop, but I guess that's a trip, right? No regrets whatsoever. So let's dig in peace and catch up a little bit later. cottage and booked a different cottage, which was so nice. I really enjoyed sleeping in this cottage. Like, the bed was the best, there was warm water, everything was just so perfect, no complaints whatsoever. So this is the view of the room that I slept in. As I got in, there was just that bed, the side tables, a little table there, and a mirror, and then the bathroom. Of course, they will give you some magazines, and the bathroom has a shower, which I liked. Immediately I started doing my evening routine because I was so cold, you guys, and the best way to warm up is taking a hot shower. So that was me getting ready to go take my evening shower, and this was my outfit for the day. But let's take a shower together and go to bed. This was basically our last day of the trip. I think we stayed for like 4 days on this trip, and all I can say is I enjoyed my time in Lesotho, and this last accommodation we booked was the perfect place to be. And we decided to leave and go to the city, explore a little bit before we head to the border. And we went around town. One thing about Lesotho and its landscape, you'll never get enough of it. So we headed to town, saw this traditional hut, which is so perfect and beautiful, and it symbolizes their culture. And just like that, the snowcation was over. Unfortunately, bags packed, hearts full, toes slightly frozen. But nonetheless, it was worth it. Thank you for coming with me. I hope this vlog reminds you to rest and to escape now and then, even if it's just mentally. Don't forget to like, comment your favorite moment, and subscribe for more soft travel. Until next time, stay warm, stay soft, and stay curious. Bye.